What up, Internet? I see you seeing me. I see you motherfucking seeing me, okay? You know what I'm saying? Bring it up to old Joy, bring it up to oh my god Joy, you know what I'm saying? I've been keeping notes, you know? Because I'm like, you know, people keep bringing it up. Like, is that much attention to what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, here's how we gonna do it. We gonna use this motivation, because like I said, I've been keeping track. So like every time I've been brought up, I'm gonna have a new joint for that ass. I'm gonna use that as motivation. So look, let's get into it. Starting with this first joint that I forgot to make unlisted from the YouTube. So thanks for giving me that reminder. The new shit, the new single. You know what I'm saying? Wait, let me skip this shit, because we're gonna get into it. Make 'em happy. The album version, you know, I did a little really retooling, you know what I'm saying? I like to, you know, in this critical world we live in, you know what I'm saying? I try to like listen to what people are saying and be like, oh yeah, let me actually take in feedback if I'm hearing something. You know, disregard when people are just talking shit. Listen when people are giving critical feedback. And also, you know, like enjoy when people are giving a compliments to your boy. Because it's like, yeah, you doing shit, your boy is putting in work out here. But let's go. We're gonna fucking do it. Because before we get into this, I could use the selfless promotion right now. So we're gonna get fucking into it right now. And we're gonna play it so I can get the royalties off of this shit. From here, God damn it. Make 'em happy, my new joint, before we get into the playlist today. Okay. Look, someone else brought me up on the internet. They at me every time. I kind of have no choice but to know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, you know, let's take it as motivation, you know what I'm saying? That's right. I need to show motherfuckers what I've been up to in the last 13 years, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get up out the freeze chamber and show motherfuckers what the future about to sound like, you know what I'm saying? But this is my new joint, make them happy. And they'll be yeah. Make them horny enough. And they'll give you life. Yo, this is my fucking new futuristic album shit that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think, you know? I'm really trying to like just put out this new shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd like to take into comments. I hear what people say, you know what I'm saying? And I hear a lot of positive stuff too, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that I try not to do as well, you know what I'm saying? And man, you know, you can't just take the harsh criticism of this other shit. Sometimes motherfuckers talk shit, sometimes motherfuckers have a point, but actually listen to the rhetoric, what they're saying, you feel me? And then I hear like the two sides, you know what? Okay, I see that I'm actually, I want some shit. Okay, motherfuckers come on shit. Okay, let's see right, you know what I'm saying? Should be on the same I'm trying to figure out. And I'll be making this version live after the live stream, you know. I'm trying to do that thing, you know how the bots make, they can find the song. I'm doing that thing here, that's what I'm doing. Welcome to the stream, it's your boy stream, you know what I'm saying? We're doing my way, my rules, I'm in control. Me, my. You know. I remember some people said this song felt like what it's like to be an internet content creator. You know, you gotta give people the good emotions enough, you know? And I was just thinking about it as a general capitalist thing of like, yeah, if you want to survive, you have to be doing something that's going to make someone happy enough or, hey, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Oh, thank you, Shirota. Okay, now let me turn off the song before I get in trouble. All right, now here we go. Let's get into the absolute best of the roots. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got to give you the absolute best. We got to give you the absolute best. You know what I'm saying? You got it. But yeah, Demon Hunter. Yeah, I get the Delta Monkey thing a lot, you know? And you know what? Fuck it, we're embracing it. We're leaning in. We're leaning into it, you know? But I'm gonna do it with my specific weirdo fucking ass flair to it, you know? I just don't have a choice. It did it. It's just what I do, you know? But yeah, because the album is gonna be about a futuristic world. Except I'm actually gonna have a plot line that resolves. I love you, Del. I love you. But you know, I remember listening to that album and just being like, okay, you like introduce us to a world, and then you don't really like, you know what I mean? So it's like, this is what I mean. It's like I think I take things in my head and I just go like, okay, but what if I did my version of that? And then of course I would make it like, you know, Futurama related, and you know, I'd have this linear plot line, but you know, you can kind of not think about it as a plot line if you like to, because I like playing in that limbo as a, you know, music maker and shit. But yeah, you know, we're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? I got some shit for that ass, and I'm gonna be dropping some of the songs that I've got over on Patreon, like as little snippets and clips, just to, you know, whet the appetite of what you got, of what your boy got bubbling. I'm basically gonna release a little playlist of songs that are gonna be like, you know, telling you what your boy's working on, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay. You know, the internet that got this much interest in my past, you know, let's give them a glimpse into the future, you know what I'm saying? So, let's get it. Have you ever had the misfortune of playing Drake of the 99 Dragons? I don't know what that's about. Oh. But you know what? Now that it's on my mind, I'm thinking about this. Yeah. Y'all heard about the Drake buying Drake's label buying all them bots for him or something like that? Like in that sort ever since 2022 or something to that effect. Apparently buying 1 billion streams to keep his views inflated and whatnot. You guys heard about that? Because, like, at first I was like, oh, okay, you know, he's trying to pump up his numbers. All right, like, wow. It's kind of funny that you know, he's sort of projecting when he was, like, trying to fucking sue Kendrick this whole time for, like, oh, you're using bots. Who could possibly want to see one of the biggest rappers take down another one of the biggest rappers of the modern day? Yeah, you must be exaggerating your numbers because that's what we're all doing, right? And then it turns out it was just him fucking doing it. Like, if that's not fucking projection, I don't know what the fuck is. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But yeah. But then the other side of the story is that, like, these bots end up, you know, when they inflate his numbers, it's not just him getting more paid. It's basically, you know, let's pop the bubble now. All music is under the same label of, you know, getting money from the distribution from, you know, the big streaming sites, right? So basically, it's just a percentage that all of us get, and the bigger artists, of course, get the bigger percentages when they're represented more. So when these bots are just representing them more, it makes other people get a smaller percentage. So, like, you know, I don't know, from the songs that the songs that I've been releasing in like the past year, and from Oh My God and shit like that, right? I'm making like $20 to $50, like wavering between that monthly, and it's like okay, so it would be like I don't know, not that much, but significant, like maybe like 70 to 100 or something like that, just because the percentage, if that percentage were actually represented, it's like oh wow, and then like all the fucking tears all the way up, on motherfucking music that actually matters, you know what I mean? Uh, But yeah, like how that inflates, like just for someone like Open Mike Eagle and how he gets like what 100,000 a month, and like how much more could he be getting if he were allowed that bigger percentage of the pie of what they end up paying everyone? So you get what I'm trying to say? Like everyone is affected by them acting like they've got a bigger piece of the pie than they actually do. So it's like whoa, it's not just oh you're just making your own and just trying to make more. It ends up taken up out of everyone else essentially. It's like, wow, fucking A. But yeah, it's just interesting is all. Uh, so that's who's listening to all that Drake. A bunch of bots. And it's like, wow. Yeah, look up the reason why. It's like they found out because some bots were being played out in a country where like they tried to like triangulate it through the country that you would expect by making it through England or something like that, but they fucked up. Uh, I'll include a link if I make that into a video because I feel like I like to make sure people are seeing like the actual facts of the matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like with criticizing music. It's like a lot of times I feel like people are just saying rote shit. Like remember that time when KSI and Lawrence, I bring that up a lot, where they got like people shitting on them, and then you listen to it yourself, and you're like, "This is fine," like it's like oh, in the video, KSI's lips look a little silly. Oh, Lawrence's music sounds slightly more positive than you'd expect, I guess, but it's like it's fine. It's just the fucking hyperbolic, alarmist fucking internet, way they say shit. And also, I actually did find out that like because one of those guys who runs those Instagram worst song channels, they were actually like I chopped it up with him for a little bit because I was like I'm not being antagonistic. It's like people feel how they feel about the music. I see some people like it, see some people not, and also like some shit from 13 years ago. Like again, I've also seen the comments, which I really appreciate, the people saying like, oh yeah, you've really improved in terms of like having an ear of like how to make the music better, and it's like yeah, that's what I hope we are trying to do. You know what I'm saying? No one's best shit should be from 13 years ago. You know what I mean? Like we should hopefully be always improving. Upward and onward and all that. That's the thing I think it is too. Is it's like the internet doesn't know when something happens, so when you just hear it, you're just like, oh, this, and it's like, yeah, when I was still learning about music. But randos on the internet have no obligation to me. Oh yeah, but then that was what was kind of funny. So people would suggest to these channels like, oh yeah, put this song on there, and there's like a concerted group of people apparently that were like specifically pushing like, oh, put the Oh My God song on there, and the guy himself who runs the channel was like, I mean, I think this sounds okay, but all right, it's like okay, what? I just think it's kind of funny. It's like, I mean, all right, I guess I'm polarizing. You know what they say. I think I mentioned this in a post. It's like when people who write articles, when someone gets extremes from certain audiences, and they don't want to have the guts to what I'm saying, actually give an opinion themselves. They say they're polarizing. But hey, fucking, I don't know. I think being an artist is about making shit that makes people fucking react. And okay, so here's my thing about the roots though. Okay, so actually now that we're getting into it, this is what I think is interesting. Okay, so like you know, I try to make music that's like, sure, lyrical won't have you, but I also like to have, character fun into it, put fun into it, you know what I'm saying, make it have some emotion and have some, theater, you know what I'm saying, like some shit that's engaging, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, right? But like there is that sort of like lyrical rapper who's like, oh yeah, they're impressive, but they're not like they don't make you react to them. And like I hate to say that about like the Roots because I think they are good. I think they're an incredible band. You know what I mean? And I think that like the fact that there's all these talents within there, they're like the Wu-Tang Clan of if they were all instrumentalists. You know what I'm saying? And you have Black Thought, who I feel like his solo stuff is even better, but I don't know, something always feels muted about him on these Roots albums. And people have brought that up too, where like it feels like live when you hear the live albums, they're really great, but something about when they have to like put it onto an album, it feels like something gets like drained of it. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I just feel like whenever I listen to a whole album of the Roots, I always end up feeling like it's like, yeah, I'm not like as engrossed in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's impressive lyricalisms, but like, it's like but I'm not excited by it. You know what I'm saying? And I think there is something to be said for like showmanship and whatnot, right? Like, but here's the thing: I'm still going to show you the absolute best of these motherfuckers, right? Because again, they're still a great legendary band because they have made absolutely legendary songs, all of which we're going to be playing. But like when you listen to like a full album, it always just feels like some spark doesn't like stay going the whole time. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like every album I can think of, there's always some sort of like, yeah, but after a while it just kind of feels like they're just a jam banding, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Does anyone else feel that way? Your flows on that song are immaculate. Thank you. um oh man. Even a lot of your master artists and stuff goes hard. One of my favorites to save the day. Hey, you know. Mm. That's the thing, like, because I was younger and had less access to shit, like, and less time, it's like, yo, you're doing the best of what you can. I still think I fucking, like, brought my best for, me at the time. But definitely I could see, like, looking back and being like, oh, yeah, I could have done this way in terms of, like, making this flow sound stronger. But that's just what happens, by nature of the fact that it's like what we talked about with the Tenor Club Up 97 mix, where it's like, oh, yeah, it's about the improvement and hearing, like, oh, the improvement of an artist. You know what I'm saying? At least for me, like when I came up with the master artisan name, the reason why I actually came up with it was because it's like I felt like this is my again, whatever age I was, 14 or 15 when I came up with this rap name, like I felt like I was bettering myself every day, so I'm mastering myself as an artist. Like, you know what I mean? That was the contrived sort of no, not contrived, but like what the fuck is the word? The really, the really pompous fucking, statement of intention, you know what I mean? Every day I'm mastering myself. So like, yeah, if time passes, like I'm trying to make the best song, even better than I could make before, you know what I mean? But yeah. And like I said, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I've learned just, being a rapper myself and then going into, music school and hearing like, oh yeah, this is why this sounds good when you do it like this, and this is why this sounds good, and collaborating with people, you know what I'm saying? Um, and just learning from all of that, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's never about always being great, motherfuckers gotta start somewhere, you get better. But like I said, it still like freaks me out that there are people that would be like, yo, that shit was dope, some of that shit was dope back then, you know what I'm saying? Like to save the day, like, yeah, that's my shit, you know what I mean? But look, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I gotta do it on them. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers bring me up, I gotta talk about it. Okay, some motherfucker added me. And again, like I don't like to talk about my own music unless I'm like specifically just like, hey, I want to try to promote it. And even then, I gotta get out of my own fucking head about that shit. But like just about going like, oh yeah, actually put in the time to like do it because it matters to you as a creator and whatever. All that sort of like, self-imposed impetus bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate the love. What? At the end of the day, Diddy is I'm not gonna finish that. uh, hilarious, and I've never seen anyone pull off that type of joke. Fucking love that song. Again, I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to be the most interesting. You know what I mean? That makes you motherfuckers kind of make it like, oh, no one can make a song like that. No one would have thought to make a song like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm always trying to go for, Like, you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, I am trying to be the best that I can be. But that's different than what you would think that is. Anyways, let's get back to the music and shit. But yeah, I like the Roots, but like, I do notice that sort of like, I feel like I can never listen all the way through to an album. Is that just me? You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know. Uh, oh yeah, and appreciate you showing to bringing up the Legos thing because, like I said, like when you see people like, because it's like you make your own shit, you're just like, I don't know if anyone will give a shit about this, but I just want to make it. You know what I mean? Just to do it. And then when you see people going like, oh, I see what you're going for, but that was like, like it feels like you're making that. It's like it's the opposite of how people feel when they find out Fight Club was taken the wrong way by certain people. You know what I'm saying? And the Matrix and whatnot. I don't like how people take music reviews so seriously. Anyway, you guys notice that, right? Like, I don't know. And no, I do see this a lot where people will like attack fans of an artist. Like, I don't know. I try not to do that in my reviews, right? Like, I try to just make it about the lyrics and how the song, what the message of the song is. But I feel like a lot of YouTube videos will be like, these fans are shitty because da da da. And maybe there will be some shitty people, but it's like nowhere near as representative to be that sort of like sweeping generalization sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's similar to the Rick and Morty thing of the like, yeah, there were some people that were shitty, but like, there's a huge group of people that watch that show. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. You know? Mm. Mm. But often I feel like people don't just talk about like why they feel the way a certain way about something. I feel like people are very combative with it. With like, I have good taste because I like this, and you have bad taste because you like this. But it's never like oh, this is why this is affecting to me, and this is why this like is repulsing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. I wish more people liked fun. You mean like the group or like just fun music in general? And like, yeah, I don't know. I just, try to just what do you call it? Perseverate on it too much. But yeah, but I think about like shit. What was I even saying? See, I forget what the fuck I was even talking about. Uh, if it's important, then I'll come back. Hey, maybe both. I find myself I did like all of those songs from Fun. Like all of the singles I managed to enjoy. Like it's like yeah, I know they sound like Queen mixed with Simon and Garfunkel, but like yeah, that's fine. I haven't heard from them in a while. That's an interesting mix, I think. Oh, speaking of which, the new Rap Critic episode reviewing Eminem's Headlights, where Eminem forgives his mom, it's kind of throws you the fuck off. Oh yeah, this is iTown, the Universal Side, the Roots with Q-Tip, and where they do, where they like play with the beat, and it ends up like slightly sooner than you think. Hold on, wait, one, two, three, four, and then two, then and then three, two, three, four, and then one, two, three. Yeah, so it's 3 4 4 beats, and then one 3 3 4 beat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love it. It was like I just heard that when I was listening through, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, making use of the fact that they're a band that can play with the time signature and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, like I don't ever want it to feel like you know, I'm hating on it, but like I try to give my honest feel about how I feel about shit. I never try to feel like I'm like going at someone, at them, but I'm just trying to like genuinely talk about the music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we don't have enough people do that, right? It's too much like either a stand to this and well, you just already gonna like it, or you're a hater, well, you're just already gonna hate it. But it's like, no, let's actually talk about why. Let's develop our language to be able to describe why we like or don't like something. Not take it exactly as antagonistic, but just like fucking, yo, is that how you felt about that or not? You know what I'm saying? What's your proof? Oh yeah, it felt like boom, and I described it like BAP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just like music, making music and fucking talking about it, right? That seems really fun, doesn't it? I don't get it. I see some motherfuckers who don't want to fucking make music, they just want to talk about it. What's up? What the fuck? This shit's fun. Whatever. Mm. Mm. The fuck, nigga? I gotta look in all of your hearts? Huh? I gotta look in all of your hearts and ask you, are you niggas living your dreams? Or what? The fuck? Mm-mm. Boo boop, boo boop, boo boop, boo boop. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, and I know I'm worried about syncing up. I'm gonna make sure to let y'all know when Break You Off starts. Gotta remember, right? I think I believe I synced it up good with with the playlist and how the song was playing so that it would work together. But yeah, just to check in. And with live streams, I think you can click back a little bit. Like, if you want to be on it like that. I just figure you're here for my incredible, you know what I'm saying, bass vocals here, you know what I'm saying? You could take or lead the music. You're just here to hear, the rolling, chill sounds of my, vocables and whatnot, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I think can't remember. Oh, yeah, here's Break You Off by The Roots. Ah, here it goes. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Coming to break you off. Yeah. Oh, but yeah. This is what I think is interesting. It's like, so what? Because I just remember this now. Like, one of the guys on the Instagram that makes those like worst videos, he had contacted me about it, and like I said, I'm cool about it because, like I said, I'm fine with people critiquing me or whatever and how they want to feel. As long as they're engaged with the music, like I think that's fucking cool shit. But he was like, oh yeah, it was just like these couple of people that kept like pushing for it, and he was like, I thought it was fine, and I threw it up. And then it's like made me realize what's happening behind a lot of this stuff. It's like, yeah, it's people specifically pushing certain things, and then when you just hear the sort of like over the topness of it, that's what just kind of makes is supposed to make the argument for itself, and it being like this, you know what I mean? This sucks, right? But what I realize is that it's that thing what they said about the I saw this video about like advertising and what have you. It's like, yeah, you'll think they'll get this assumed reaction, but then some people who aren't directly connected to the hate campaign, which a lot of times, especially on the internet, it's probably because I like diss one of their favorite rappers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. It's like the people who like initiate this sort of shit are probably people who are really invested and want to be like, hey, this guy, am I right? You know what I'm saying? And then most people are just hearing the sort of like over the top feel of it. You know what I'm saying? And I saw someone said that they were like, well, is it supposed to be parody or is it supposed to be sincere? And it's like, and I was kind of thinking like, yes, because I was like, well, like, I think of like, have you ever watched JoJo? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where it's like, it's about the heightened emotion. Like, that's what music is supposed to be, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm always trying to bring to shit, But like I said, I don't know. Always stuck in the middle because it's like, you're your own harshest critic. You heard my fucking review of my own shit. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, I'm like, I hear what I'm doing that not everyone else is fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't act like I'm not hearing that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Your boy cooking with an unusual something, you know what I'm saying? That not everybody doing, A good cheating song. Yes, this song. I feel like people talk about the if you don't worry about like they talk about that song a lot, but they don't bring this one up enough, Do 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 do. Body. Kisses like Hershey. Cause we don't need to look out there. You said you want it in the worst way. She's in the ice. You ready for the freakiest things you've done in your life? I'm getting strapped in. Here's this attraction. This he won't partake in the law. He leave. Whoa, what? Wait, wait, baby. Wait, the way they on the offbeat. Every night, nothing, cause I'm coming to handle you no down. Woo! You want? The way he's hanging onto that backbeat. Wait, that neo soul backbeat. No, you. Oh. This is the other version. I like both versions, honestly. Yeah. That is the thing that people say about Roots, though, is there's always variety from album to album. Like, you can never say they make the same albums, you know what I'm saying? Did I already bring up the thing about people assuming critique is negative and whatnot? Yeah, I don't know. I think I wanted to say something, but I'm always just trying to make sure I'm getting my thoughts out, you know? Like people taking it as like personal instead of like, yeah, like an evaluation and like looking at the work, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like I said, in this internet environment, it's very easy to take things as antagonistic. Like I said, you know, when people at me, it's like, I don't know if they're being a jerk to me or if they're just being like, oh, I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I like to assume on the good side. Like when I address people, I don't like go like, "Hey, fucking asshole," you know. I go like, "Oh yeah, that's my joy from back then." You know what I'm saying? I like to think it improves since then, and even then, you know, shit. I like to think I was coming with some unusual something that not everybody was coming with. You know, I just had to develop my shit. Everybody got to develop their shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you know, I've actually been thinking about getting into teaching more honestly because I think of that. Like, there's a friend of mine who's been talking to me about like how students of music like are afraid to like just get started making music and shit, you know, because they feel like, you know, we live in a culture where you're always told what to do. So when you have to make music and you're just like, what do you want to do? And people just get stuck and caught up, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out what they even want to fucking make, you know? And it's because, like I said, for all our lives in school, we're told like, do things like this, do things like this. And then finally you're told like, if you're going into something like music school, you know, eventually you have to make your own decisions in terms of what you want to, you know, do with your repertoire and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we have that with classical music, but we don't really have that with rap. And that's why so much of rap sounds so samey and shit from certain artists after a while, right? Because they end up like just bubbling in a certain lane where they don't really know how to get out of it. And I feel like as someone who's like looked at this shit from a classical music perspective, it's like I see the type of shit you can do to like try to like, you know, get you to notice what you can do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know. I want to. I've been thinking about really codifying some like ways of how I rap myself to try to teach people like what I'm doing, and you know, try to like make it into a course or class or something like that. You know, and do like a master class where I'd like we could listen to someone's rap and you know break it down and again it's like not antagonistic, right? It's about like, oh, here's how this flow could work, here's how you could move this up so that we can, you know, so that this feels more, you know, in the beat, in the pocket, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, like just bringing that shit to hip-hop because we fucking are acting like, you know, in order to rap, it's just this thing you either know how to do or you don't know how to do. But it's like, no, it's just like all other instruments. You know what I'm saying? You can develop it, you know? But yeah. Mm. Gotta divorce the ego from music. That's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? I was taking shit so personal, yeah. Mm-hmm. Favorite chorus on this whole on all of their fucking albums. Give it here. Don't say no with the down with the with the everything. Cut the check. Give it here. Don't say none. Just get it here. Don't say nothing. Fucking love that. Alright, be right back. Oh wait, let me make sure we're all together with this next song. Hold on. And here's this is Dear God 2.0. Let's get into it. I love how he starts with that. Call me crazy. I thought maybe you could mind read. Yeah. Pernella. If everything is made in China, are we Chinese? Yeah. I remember noticing that lyric and being like, "Oh, okay, was that deep? Or was that was that is that or was that Jada Kiss Y deep? If everything is made in China, are we Chinese?" He said, "Sorry, what? Can someone explain this?" I don't know. Maybe it's like, oh, if they're making everything, then are we? Oh, by the I don't know. Maybe some xenophobic thing going on there. Sure. If everything around me is science, am I a scientist? You know, you know, you want to get philosophical with it. Ooh, now why is the world ugly when you made it in your image? Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute. See, I do love how on this track he gets really sort of like, digging into asking actual questions other than the if everything's made in China, which Chinese thing. That kind of threw me off. Oh, Vanilla? Why would you ignore the court summons? Oh my god. You don't need forgiveness from God. You need a better lawyer. You need to get your act together. Come on, man. I forgot he said that. God damn it, Vanilla. Oh yeah, here's the extra song from his Aquamarine. Yeah. From his solo stuff, I wanted to include that. And again, it's like even with the solo stuff, it's like, yeah, really good lyrical, cool. But like outside of joints like this, I was like, it's fine, like you really I don't know. I'm not saying everyone's gotta be fucking Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? But like even as someone who loves the Jizza, he's one of my favorite rappers, but even I have to admit some of his later albums, like his flow gets a little kind of drab. I remember I did a review when I was actually younger. Oh my god, maybe I was like 15 to 18 around that time when I was on Opinions. Where I was like, oh yeah, the genius, like he's still as lyrically great as ever, but he sounds bored with his own incredible lyrics. And it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I can't be excited for you, man. I understand why people might not be as invested because you sound bored with it, like it's that sort of deal. Like, all these angles matter in a certain respect, right? But yeah. Or, and how you're able to make up for one with another and how good your shit is, it's a balancing game. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Roots really is that perfect example of like they're absolutely talented and really good, but it does feel like when I hear songs like this where I can feel them really putting a narrative into something like, oh yeah, I see why they're cut above the rest. But it's like, and this is why I make these best of lists to be like, because sometimes the big hit singles won't always be the best songs either, right? Like sometimes it'll be like the deep cuts that were the best representation of what they do. And that's what I like exploring through that, finding that sort of like, because I do see people, again, if you're not on one extreme, you're on the other. But it's like I like to honestly evaluate and be like, no, no, no. How do I feel about this shit that they're doing? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into it. Magic to Do by Ben Vereen from Pippin. I've never seen Pippin before, and I keep wanting to say Pimpin. Like it's so close. Uh, what is Pippin about? This sounds like it's about like this feels like it's just like a normal '70s R&B album or something. Okay, the chorus of people is making it. All right. Okay. Hmm. Modesty. Now, see, I've listened to musicals, in my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the classics. If you grow up with a mom who loves musical theater, you're gonna be hearing it too. I mean, the shit's catchy. It's gonna get in your head too. My mom listened to all types of music, so it's just kind of how it was. Sturgis. Oh yeah. This Elton John? He's like way too damn big. Oh God! Oh God! How do I get out? Sweet Jesus! Oh, fuck's sake. What is the plot of this musical? Because these just sound like. Do 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 do. Sorry, I just heard it slightly in there. Like, is this just the most generic sort of like he's got to find his place in the world sort of thing? Okay, all right, social commentary. War is rules. Yeah, it's a science before you go and decimate the other side. And of course, it's a British guy saying, "Yes, war is skill and it's a science and it's a respectable art while we slaughter each other." Did one of the other guys just hit him for me? God damn. Whatever. That was a victory. Whatever. That was amazing. Wow. Uh, Smarter to be lucky than be lucky to be smart. Oh my god. Always be another. Whoa. The social commentaries hit too hard. Ah, the story of Pippin, a young prince on a search for meaning and significance. Okay. screw it. Okay. Well, it sounds like something's about to happen. Well, you just ate the shit out of her. All right, that's a pretty intense joint right there. Rather be all this shit than someone who did learn how to be free. True shit. Truly an ethos to live by. Damn. Uh, damn. Too real. Man, she's spending some real shit right now. Okay, old lady, spit that shit. Okay. Hey. Okay. Reasonable chin. Wow, this thing was working before, and now you're gonna flip on me, huh? There you go, you son of a bitch. This is really life affirming. This is fucking beautiful, man. And here's spread a little sunshine. Starting, yeah. starting to sound like an ad. Morning glow soap. Yeah. Oh shit. Alright, this is Kind of Woman. Jesus Christ. is extraordinary. Yeah. Huh? All right, here's love song. Just love song. This is sweet. Whoa. Some days are he was even worse. I guess I'll miss the man is the name of the song. Wow. And we got a couple of covers from the Supremes, Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson, so want to hear those afterwards, since it's on the album, might as well. Like, let's hear it, because I haven't heard these before. Look what I found out. Just keep tapping forward. Oh, come on. God damn. So yeah, I think you just, because I know exactly when the tap forward works. Yeah, there you go. Good Lord. Alright, let's get into it. These are gonna be the fucking 70s songs. Well, that sound even more 70s, I guess. Alright, here's I Guess I'll Miss the Man by the Supremes. Here it comes. Let's hear it. Let's take a listen. Oh man. But yeah, just making sure I do some stretches, you know what I'm saying, in between these fucking matches and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna be uploading that playlist soon. Yeah, so that's what's gonna be coming right after this. Trying to make sure I'm getting shit going, you know what I'm saying? Internal motivation, external motivation, you know, keep you working on your shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I do get caught up in, like, you know, rap critic and podcasts, like, you know, as much as it's a fun job, it is a job, you know, I gotta make sure I'm getting these done the American way. Oh, yeah, and there's that Eminem episode I need to put out, well, eventually. Whatever, I do what I want. I put it out when I feel like it, god dang it. But yeah, it will be coming soon. I'll probably post a clip or something like that. Here we go. This is Corner of the Sky. That's Jackson 5. make sure someone didn't request something. Okay. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, yes indeed. Okay. Wait a minute, I gotta like that. That fucking slaps right there. Corner of the sky. Okay, I gotta add that to the MJ playlist or some shit. Okay. All right, now we're Morning Glow. Michael Jackson solo joint before we get up on y'all. Oh yeah, if you just tap forward, he'll knock his ass out. Ha! Yeah, you figured these shit. Woo! You're your ad for the Myers Brothers podcast. Oh yeah, someone told me what was it? There's a meme how like, niggas who don't like motherfuckers being lighthearted on the internet and shit. Is that Boondocks episode where he goes like, nigga, did I just catch you wanting to be shit? Nigga, did I just catch you having fun? Oh shit. Alright, well that's it. That's the stream. I'm gonna mosey the fuck on out and y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. And until the next stream, good people, always remember, time waits for no man. Peace.